Hi, fellow traders. I hope all you guys had a great weekend. Man, I had a good time hanging out with the guys from Variable Traders. Andrew invited me down to Florida. I got to hang out with them, meet a lot of the traders. Um, it was so much fun. I never got to eat the whole meetup. I never made it to the table with all the food, and they had some shrimp that I know was fed steroids since birth. These things were huge. Some ribs, everything looked so good. But I enjoyed talking to everybody. And by the time I realized I didn't eat, it was over. And so we had to take the party a couple other places. But we had a really, really good time. Some of you guys in the community came and checked us out. And some of you are in both communities. So that was even better. So had a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing that again very soon. So because I was out of town, I I did do the market analysis and the watch list session, albeit abbreviated. But I did do that. I didn't get to record it, and I didn't get to do the video because yesterday was a full day too, and then the travel and all of that. So I'm gonna kind of quickly talk about the stocks we have on watch. I'm gonna show you this. I did close out my ACAD from last week today, and we took one of the stocks that we had on watch from last week. So we're gonna talk about that here, and then tomorrow we'll just pick up the day trade. I did do one day trade today, and it was a freaking day trade because I got in it for opening range breakdown, and it wasn't until after 3:30 while I'm sitting in the carpool line that I took the trade off and only made around 160 bucks on it. I mean, it was ridiculous, but we'll talk about that tomorrow when we get back into day trading. Roku never hit my scan this morning. There was no gap, but then after it opened, it kind of made some decent moves, but I just didn't trade. It wasn't on my gap. I didn't put it on my watch list, and I tried not to trade it. But if you look at the chart, you can see how it moved through moving averages and then came back through them again and then went back through them again. So it wasn't that clean of a trader, and it might have stressed me out more than anything else. So if you were fortunate and you got in, you made some money on it, but I just played it smart today. Don't force it, and don't start the week on red. So we're green a couple of bucks, but we'll talk about that trade tomorrow. But I want to go through because I didn't get to do anything with the swings. I'm gonna talk about the ACAD, close it out. Um, Talk about the SCRV. That's the trade that we took and the ones that we had on watch. So last week, this is when we got in ACAD. Um, I was a little concerned, I guess, about this candle here being so big, but this was a 20 EMA cross. This is the 20 EMA, and I like for stocks to try to make new highs, pull back through it, and then come back up through it with some strength. That's what happened. We triggered an entry, had a really nice move the first day. The second day, it ran up and hit our first profit target, which was around 47.50, and we locked in 2078.50 that day. Really, really nice um, trade. And most of the time, when you have a limit order out and it's sitting there, you'll get a discount on your ECN fees because you're creating liquidity. So that was a pretty decent hit there. But today you can see it never really. This was the day we took profit that hit our target, and it never really made any noise after that. And today at lunch, I just decided to take it off. I just locked in that last $600 and said, hey, I'm just not feeling this market right now. And then looking at the way this stock is coming in, I'm like, maybe it'll pull back below the 20 and bounce. And I know if you take a step back, if you zoom out, you're going to see a bull flag. And so I always said I could reset and trade that flag if I had to. But either way, let me lock this in. My trade idea, even though it didn't break my line in the sand, just doesn't look good. And I want to reset up for another move. And we took it off when I looked at it at lunch. And you can see it really didn't do anything. But we'll wait and see. But altogether, 27, 24, 58. That's what we came up with all together. Now, you guys, on the website, now, this shouldn't be a hard website to navigate because it's an elementary school website. And you shouldn't have any issues working through this. But if you just go to the swing trading updates, there's the link for the weekly watch list session. Like I said, I didn't upload one this week because I didn't get a chance to record, being out of town. The swing trading classes, once we finish the day trading class, these will be redone as well. We'll be upgrading or updating these. And then you got the active swing trade. So this is the one that we closed. And I download these to TraderView because DOS, even though I trade with them, it doesn't save my entries from day to day and plot them on a chart. And it's easier for me to see, like when I go back 6 months from now, I don't want to have to look through 3 charts just like I showed you. I would like to have it on one chart. And DOS doesn't do that. So I have to download it to my TraderView so that I could have it documented like that. So this is what I put up on the website. Now obviously this one's going to move down. Everything's going to slide down. This is the night trade that really pissed me off with that a-hole CEO, resigning in the middle of my trade. But all of the trades will be up here. So elementary school website should not be hard to navigate. There's nothing going to be flashing at you or anything like that. So that's that. So we're done with ACAD. Now today, SERV was on our watch. Oversold setup here, or we can call it oversold hook, or whatever you want to call it. But we're looking for a hook pattern. We're looking for it to put in that hook pattern and then take our profit and move on to the next. These are short-term swings designed to last 2 days to a week. And all we're doing is we're playing the rebound from over emotion on this oversold stock, or we have the strategy for a 20 EMA cross. We're looking for a momentum to break the 52-week high. And then the 52-week high strategy, we're looking for the momentum over the 52-week high. Not the first break. We never trade the first break. We always trade the second. Too many false breakouts out there. So we always trade the second break. So we're locked in here. I'm looking for this to get up to around 39, between 39 and 40. You can see the 20 is just screaming in, and this will probably give it some problems if this ever meets. 37 will be the first area we might run into some issues, but I'm fully expecting it to get up to at least 39 or between 39 and 40. But over the next couple of days, like I said, we're just looking for short-term swing moves over the period of a couple of days. We can lock in, you know, $2,500 to $5,000 on one swing trade a week, potentially 2 swing trades a week, and you got it made. Now, I don't scan every day, but definitely if you are a swing trader, you want to scan every day. There's some really, really good opportunities. With me scanning on Sundays, I miss out on a lot. But I'm a day trader first, a swing trader second, and sometimes when the market is slow in day trading, swing trading is gonna, help me pay the bill. So I'm not gonna turn my eyes against swing trading. And all of these strategies that I teach you, you can use, throughout the week. You can actually take these strategies and trade all-day holds. Like SERV could have been a really nice all-day hold today. Let's see, what's the other one? DVA. This one kind of triggered, but it didn't really do much. It's kind of hanging around. Didn't really have much push in it. We had that on watch. This was a 52-week high break strategy we look for. Like, we broke the 52-week high here. We wait for the pullback between 5 and 10 days, and then we buy the next break. We wait for everybody to get shaken out, and then we buy with the big guys. UTX, this one kind of faltered too. It's just a product of the market being crazy, but 52-week high here, pull back, and about 52 high break right there. And CONE, this is another oversold. This one barely triggered. It actually opened at the same price it closed, so this would have been a judgment call. But you can see we've got almost 3 points on this. No, I'm sorry, not 3 points. Almost a point on this move. So, really good. Really good start for the week. And then this one, the target would be up here. EXPE is another one. This one didn't want to bounce. And, still got some more room to go. Expedia.com. And then Shaq, this was the one I really wanted. I thought this one was going to go today, but you can see it didn't enter. I mean, it didn't open like it should have and just kind of sold off. So this one kind of broke setup almost. I know it hasn't broken the low yet, but we're still in stage 1. We haven't broken out of stage 1 yet. And until we break out of stage 1, it's just no trade on it. None whatsoever. But those were the stocks we had on watch that we talked about yesterday. I just kind of gave you a brief synopsis of it since I didn't do the video. But we'll look forward to SRV potentially hitting our target tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm really looking for it to get there in a couple of days, and we'll have that locked in, and we can go into the weekend all cash. That's the idea. Is to get a stock early, close it out by the end of the week. It hits your targets, and you make some money on it, and then we move on. All right, guys. So that's gonna do it today. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have some good day trades that we can recap and get this party started right. So you guys have a great night, a great evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.